Excuse me, when is the next ship leaving for Fenmont?
I'm afraid the Rashigal government has blockaded the capital and its surrounding regions. That means all scheduled voyages to Fenmont have been cancelled. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Are any ships sailing?
Sorry, ma'am. But the route to Sapstrath Sea Haven is still open. Would you like a ticket to Sapstrath Sea Haven? Very well. Please board the ship and await departure.
That's not something you see every day. You get your mail by carrier pigeon?
Something like that. It's how I keep in touch with someone special from afar. I told her a beautiful woman has appeared in my life.
Hey, I didn't know you were married.
Do I look like the marrying type to you, Mr. Honor Student?
Huh? You mean you're not?
Who knows?
Oh, looks like we're about to depart.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never seen the sea before.
Impressive, huh?
Just what was that girl doing in the village?
Wasn't she being held captive?
Maybe it was the other way around. Maybe she was being protected. Elise?
Tipo, look!
Well, hey! Check out that water! You'd die if you fell in.
She's not a bad girl.
It doesn't seem that way.
I wonder if we'll find someone who'll take her in.
That's your responsibility. You'll have to find someone on your own.
Right. I guess she really is mad.
Isn't she always like that? To be honest, I thought for sure she was gonna shoot down your idea to bring the girl along.
Why?
She's just so single-minded. I bet she'd kick a puppy if it got in the way of her mission.
Come on. Milla isn't that cold-blooded.
I wonder. Speaking of her mission, I hear you two had a rough time at that lab in Fenmont.
Did Milla tell you about it?
Well, she must have swiped something big from there, huh, kid? Some juicy national secret that got the army all riled up?
I don't know. You'd have to ask her.
Don't play coy, kid. I'll find out eventually. Why not just tell me now? It'll be our little secret.
I'm sorry. I really don't know.
Well, I guess she really doesn't trust us.
No, that's not true. Wait here. I'll go ask her.
No. If you really don't know about it, then forget I asked. I mean that. I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
But
I doubt she'll take kindly to me poking my nose in her business. So don't tell her I asked, okay?
all right, got it.
I've still got the key. But how much time does it buy me?
Milla?
You see something?
No, I was just thinking. Elise, what are you going to do now?
I don't know.
What exactly do you know?
We know Jude and Milla and Alvin are our pals!
That's not the sort of thing I meant. What is Tipo, for instance? How can a doll talk?
What do you mean, what's Tipo? You're looking at him! I'm Tipo! I'm Ellie's pal!
Having a conversation with you is quite difficult. We don't seem to be on the same page.
Hey, we better get our stuff.
You're right. Looks like we're almost there.
I wonder how tight Rashigal security is right now.
Milla! Milla's our pal!
Oh.
Looks like everyone's getting along, at least. Don't worry. Everything will work out.
Looks like security's not so tight after all.
Soldiers are still patrolling, though. We'll have to be careful.
Strange. What changed? They were deploying soldiers across the border to find us before.
Maybe they found something more important to do than chase after us.
I'm not complaining. Let's avoid the soldiers and head to Fenmont.
Hang in there, Elise. It'll just be a little while longer till we reach the city. Then I'm sure we'll find the perfect person to take you in.
What? But
Take us in? What the hey are you talking about?
That could have gone better. He just told the little lady he's unloading her on a perfect stranger. That's news to her. No wonder she looks surprised.
And he thinks I'm inconsiderate.
He's just a kid. Nothing.
Well, welcome to the Sapstrath Sea Haven, a bountiful place full of random missions to do. And we got these new types of sub-events that are sub-events, or the backstories for the sub-events. These green boxes with sub in them sort of denote that this scene that we're about to see is sort of a directional push towards doing a sub-event. So, the softest beds in town.
Trust me, the beds are way softer at the inn here than anywhere else.
You focus on the strangest things.
All right, I'm checking in.
Can we really afford to relax like this?
Yep, so that one told us that we should go go to sleep at the inn. This one, suspicious sailor.
Be careful, Elise. A sailor in the Sea Haven has been staring at you.
oh, I didn't notice anything.
We might just be overthinking things, but he might know something. Maybe we should chat him up.
Ah, there we go, and I got another one. There's a guy over there with an exclamation mark above his head. But there's a couple of things we can do here. First of all, we're going to go down here. This is not the sailor that was eyeing her up, but this is a different one, so... Oh, shoot, I forgot to have this package shipped out. Hey, if you are all headed west, do you think you could deliver this for me? Yeah, sure. Great, please take this to the inn at Charlton. Something. Anyways, package addressed to inn. Black feathers, cool. We want to go over to this one over near, right here.
Those wanted posters. Is that Jude and Milla?
Wow, you both look so evil.
That's supposed to be Jude and I?
Well, this is lucky. If that's what they're looking for, there's no way they'll ever catch us.
These are awful.
Oh, I'm sure this can't be fun at your age. Kids can be so self-conscious.
No, I don't care about me, but Milla looks terrible.
He's right. This is quite unfortunate. The whole reason I assumed this form is because its appearance is effective against men. Half the human population. But if I'm as ugly as I appear in that poster, I need to fundamentally reevaluate my strategy.
Wow, that is diabolical. I had no idea.
Jude, be honest with me. Am I attractive from a male perspective?
Well, you're beautiful, in my opinion.
And sexy. Ellie says she wants to look just like you.
Tipo!
You have nothing to worry about, Milla.
So, what would you say are her finest features?
Oh, maybe how good she smells, or those amazing curves.
Yes, I see. Thank you for your invaluable opinion.
My. Our little Jude is becoming a man.
I was just speaking objectively.
Ha! Anyways, that's the start of a missable side quest, so you want to
what's
get that
keeping
started
this
right now.
Tipo thing floating in the air like that?
Who knows? Sheer talent, I guess.
Okay, Tipo is. I feel like Tipo is riding the border of being annoying. I just like him. He's cool. Like, I like him as a character. He's a great little comedy relief. Anyways, talk to you. I have a request that I need kept secret. Can I trust you? Sure, random lady. I want you to find me a poison stinger. So don't ask, but please don't ask what it's for. Do I already have one? I do not. I'll have to go pick one up in the next area before we move on. Anyways, now we can go down to this dude who is the sailor that was looking creepily.
Hey, buddy. I know our little lady's cute and all, but could you stop leering at her?
Oh, sorry. I just couldn't help but notice that stuffed doll she's got.
You want a piece of Tipo, pal?
Aha! I knew it! This one talks too!
You mean you've seen a talking doll like this before?
Oh yeah, they look just like that one.
That might be Tipo's family.
Where did you see it?
A traveling merchant was selling them here a little while ago. He said he was heading west.
That must be Sherrilton.
So there might be other Tipos besides Tipo?
That is a possibility.
I want to meet my family.
Wow. These new toys are so impressive. Now I wish I'd bought one for my daughter.
Okay, yeah, that was the start of another long side quest we'll be finishing up a little later. Anyways, next up we're going to go sleep at the inn, and we're going to get a nice long scene here. So, speechy, 150 gold, and go.
Please, I'm in a hurry.
What is it?
That woman. Quite a looker, eh? What do you think?
This again?
Found you, cat. Now come with us or else.
Never mind. Just cancel my reservation.
Alvin?
I can't believe we fell for your pathetic lies.
Please, I beg you, let me go. Please, you don't understand.
Who are you working for? Tell us. Hey, what are you doing?
I think the lady's had enough.
Mind your own business. You don't know what she's done.
Alvin, what's going on?
Damn it. He's got friends. Let's get out of here.
Cab, was it? That's an unusual name.
Why did you help me? You don't know what they'll do to you.
Well, how do I put this?
He can't help it. Alvin's always had a weakness for pretty faces.
That's my Jude. Always kidding around. Now, how about you take her back to the inn and tend to her wounds?
As you command, sir.
She couldn't be one of them. Could she?
Oh, hey. Have you seen Kat today?
She left before dawn.
Hey, over here!
What's going on?
This was no accident. Who would do such a thing?
Kat!
Did you know her? I'm sorry, but she's already gone.
What happened? Was it those two men from yesterday?
No, it wasn't them.
Do you know who did this?
Hey, could you give us a moment here? It won't take long. She never came out and said so, but I suspect Kat was a member of the Rats.
The Rats?
That's what they call the female spy organization that works for the Octau clan. They're one of the shadier tribes in Azul. The Rats use women to gather intelligence. As their name implies, they sneak in anywhere, like rodents. They're pretty well known in Azul.
I can't believe it.
I don't think those thugs from yesterday had caught on to her real identity. They must have been from the group she was spying on. They wouldn't have gone this far.
Then who?
Other Rats. With her cover blown, she became a liability. I had a hunch that she might have been a spy, but... this might be my fault.
No, this isn't your fault.
Are you guys done?
Yeah, thanks for that.
You okay?
Yeah, these things happen. You just have to put it out of your mind. You can't save everyone, kid.
Okie dokie, that was the first step as well as in another side quest we won't be completing. This is a longer one, actually. Anyways, this one is finally a shorter side quest. Greetings, friends. People call me the Amazing Bounty Hunter. How would you folks like to help me with a little job? If you help me, I'll tell you why people call me the Amazing Bounty Hunter. Except, your mission is to eliminate the monsters attacking travelers on the high road. My sources indicate they have a nest in the Sapstrath Deepwood. Now go get 'em. Don't worry, if things turn hairy, my amazing self will be right there to help you. That's nice. Anyways, the last thing we're going to do here is try to leave. You there, would you hear my story? Sorry, we're kind of in a hurry. Some other time, alright? Come now, don't be like that. Linger a moment and bring an old man some joy. What kind of story? You don't want to go there, Jude. Give this guy an inch and he'll take a mile. Don't worry, young man. I promise this story will be worth your time. Why, it might even save your life. It's not lying. Sounds interesting. Tell us your story. That's more like it. Now hear my tale of monsters. I'm mixing up voices. Many years ago, a young man named Trill lived among a northern tribe. Trill had a talent for controlling monsters, an unusual gift that gave him the ability to draw out a monster's hidden powers. But Trill's genius was not easily sated, and he began to dabble in forbidden arts. By tampering with monsters' mana lobes, he sought to create a monster that would grow stronger with every battle. Tampering with mana lobes, but that's not possible. But Trill did it all the same. After over 20 years of research, he successfully created 6 new monsters. These creatures, with their hyper-enlarged mana lobes, could cast new spirit arts out of pure instinct. Each of these 6 monsters had a weapon growing out of its body as if it was a living incarnation of the weapon itself. These weapons were dubbed Devil's Arms, and the monsters themselves Devil's Beasts. In all my years as a mercenary, I've never heard of a story like that. Of course you haven't, young man. 20 years ago, Trill took his 6 devil's beasts and led them into a great war, but a huge tsunami hit the battlefield and washed everything away, including Trill. And thus the secret knowledge needed to create these monsters was lost. That's it. Thanks for wasting our time, old fella. Ah, but the story's not over yet. You see, the devil's beasts didn't die that day. Trill's death released them, and to this day they are still roam free somewhere in the world. And you said these devil's beasts get stronger with every fight? I did, and now that they've been fighting for over 20 years, I can't imagine how strong they must have become. So listen well, if you see a monster with a weapon growing out of its body, do not attempt to fight it. That, my friends, is the moral of my little story and the secret to a long life. Hey, we got a new event. Guess what we have to do a lot later in the game? Those familiar with the Tales games will recognize that kind of a story and that kind of monsters by a different name, known as the Fell Arms and the Fell Beasts. Or, I guess we'll just call them Fell Beasts. Yeah, he's talking about the Devil Arms or the Fell Arms. Basically, those weapons are a staple in the Tales series. They are a weapon set that once gotten, and sometimes they need some sort of power or something to unlock them, they will actually become they'll be a weapon based on the number of kills each character using them has had. So depending on how many kills Jude has, the weapon would be stronger if he has more kills, that sort of stuff. So the monsters he was talking about, they are damn strong, and I will need to be level 70 to 80 to be able to fight them, basically. So we are not going to be touching them until later on in the game, but it's kind of funny because you can actually fight them pretty quick in the story. Like, I think we see 2 or 3 of them before we're even powerful enough to not get one shot by them. So yeah, that's a thing. Anyways, how's egg principle?
If you leave an egg in an empty box and said egg gets crushed, the cause must lie within the egg itself. How's egg principle? It sounds obvious, but at the same time, not so much.
500 years ago, Professor Howe used that principle to deduce how spirit channeling works.
Although people still channeled beforehand, right? They just didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah. Since spirits have no apparent physical form, people weren't aware they existed at all. But Professor Howe surmised that something had to be converting the mana from our mana lobes into arts.
And that turned out to be spirits.
Yep. His hypothesis was proven with the discovery of spirits that had taken physical forms.
And because he figured out what was inside the egg, the age of spirit arts was born.
Exactly. Although there's still a lot we don't understand about spirits.
Like Maxwell being a busty 20-year-old. Bet even Professor Howe didn't see that coming.
Anyways, I have finally reached the point at which I can stop this recording session as okay, this one little segment has Jude. This is one of the cuts I did with Milla. And this is the final ending of where I ended off with my re-recording. So I'm going to cut here. I'm going to go take a quick break, and I'll probably continue on and record up to where I got with Milla, so that'll be fun. So I will be back in a bit, or next time for you guys, and next time we'll be moving on out into the Sapstrath High Road and trying to figure out stuff. Things are going to get fun next episode. See you guys then.